long as the credits keep rolling in, life's good.
Today on Starfield Essentials, your weekly Starfield news report. In our first segment, share ship blueprints today. Dark Universe Overtime Alpha Test. Faction Story Expansion Trackers Alliance. Trackers Alliance mission for Pack Clickbeetle. Starblivion celebrates 19 years of Oblivion with 2.x release. In our second segment, Tactical Nuclear Weapons Face-Off. Use CopyCat to duplicate items. Tranquility Base Museum pays homage to Apollo 11. Unique resource containers. And recruit NPCs for outposts. My name is Richard. Let's get started. Share ship blueprints today. I have big news this week if you are playing on PC. Thanks to modder Laurent Kiar, we now have a way to export, share, and import ship blueprints for both exterior and interior designs. Transfer Spaceships Across Universes is available only on PC. PC is the only option because this mod requires the Starfield script extender, which is not available on Xbox. The process is pretty simple and uses a series of console commands. I will demonstrate how to export a ship from one character and then import it to another character. Note that these are vanilla ships, so no additional mods are involved. If you are sharing a modded ship, then the character importing the blueprint must have the same mods as the character exporting the blueprint. Here's the process. As player A, who has a ship to export, stand inside the ship you wish to export. Open the console and type export ship, your ship name. If there are spaces in the name of the ship, make sure you use quotes, otherwise the quotes are optional. Leave the ship. Save, exit the game, and restart the game. Load a save as player B, who wishes to import a ship. Visit a ship technician. Select a new home ship that you want to overwrite with the imported ship. This should be a ship you don't care about. Make a minor edit to the new home ship. Leave the ship technician. Open the console and type import ship layout, quote, your ship name, end quote. Again, if it's a single word ship name, you don't need the quotes, but I like to use them. If you get an error, make a small modification to the selected ship, then rerun the command. Save, exit the game, and restart the game. Load again as player B, who wishes to import a ship interior. Visit a ship technician. Make a minor edit to the new imported home ship. Leave the ship technician. Enter the new ship. Open the console and type import ship interior, quote, your ship name, end quote. Again, quotes are optional for single word ships. You should see the new interior appear around you. If containers cannot be selected, exit the ship, save, and restart the game. I also used this process with a second ship. I ran into an issue that I was able to fix by making a minor edit to the ship I intended to overwrite. This opens up so many possibilities for shipbuilders. In the beginning, shipbuilders shared saves of their ships or made build videos. Then we built ships in the creation kit and shared the ESM files. Now we only need to share a blueprint text file. They look like this, for example. The first ship shared via blueprint text file is already online at Nexus Mods. It's called the Juggernaut by Ocean Green. Have you tried this new capability? Let me know in a comment. Thank you, Laurent Kiar. Next, Dark Universe Overtime Alpha Test. The second big story of the week was the release of an alpha version of a new mod by Chaos Nerd called Dark Universe Overtime. I'll include a link to the Reddit post in the video description. Dark Universe Overtime adds a variety of jobs to the standard mission board. These include new mission board objectives involving combat, exploration, and delivery. They happen in space and on the ground. The missions incorporate POIs that traditionally have little or nothing associated with them. It brings these previously boring POIs to life. While performing a job, you may find a data slate that provides a follow-on mission. I was pleasantly surprised to see 2 of these appear in my testing. A few of the new missions I completed were destroying a predator infestation, burning heretical writings, destroying a covert space drug lab, destroying a hijacked satellite, eliminating a Crimson Fleet brigade hiding in a cave, and finding 2 missing people. These were the data slate follow-on missions. This mod worked well with my standard loadout, and I highly recommend it. I look forward to the final release on Nexus Mods and Creations. Great work, Chaos Nerb. Next, Faction Story Expansion, Trackers Alliance. I'd like to share a free quest from last fall that I only started this week. It's by modder Marion Hawk. Faction Story Expansion, Trackers Alliance, is on Creations and Nexus Mods. This mod contains 4 scenarios that are prompted by clues in data slates. There are no mission markers. You start the quests by visiting a new Trackers Alliance facility at Tau Ceti 8b. From there, you head to a smuggler's camp on Procyon 3 in the Procyon A system. I really enjoyed the POI design in these 2 locations. I have 3 more missions to complete. The next takes place at a depleted mine on Piazzi 4C. Marion Hawk is also working on a creation called Frontiers Guild. I'll link to a preview in the video description. Next, Trackers Alliance mission for Pack Clickbeetle. Speaking of missions, last week I checked out the Trackers Alliance mission board and saw that I had a criminal wanted alive on Copernicus 3, and that criminal was a Pack Clickbeetle. Sure enough, upon encountering said Pack Clickbeetle at an autonomous farm, I was able to stun it with an EM weapon, and the mission completed successfully. I've seen this a few times online, but this was my first encounter with a wanted creature. Let me know in a comment if this has happened in your game. Next, Starblivion celebrates 19 years of Oblivion with 2.x release. Modder Ronald McDonald has been working for months on bringing elements of the Bethesda game Oblivion into Starfield. This project is called Skyblivion, but the mod is called the Elder Star System Magnus. It's available on Creations and Nexus Mods. This week, the mod released several 2.x versions, which I tried. It still appears to be early days for this content, but I am impressed that a modder has added a completely new star system to Starfield. Ronald McDonald uses the Starfield Star System Creator by Tridasha to generate these planets. That mod hasn't had any activity on GitHub since December, but it's worth checking if you're interested. I will keep checking in with Starblivion as it develops. Next, Tactical Nuclear Weapons Face-Off. I usually play a non-lethal combat style, but the release of this new weapon caught my attention. The BombaTech Nuke Launcher by Bub200 is a paid creation which costs 300 credits. It is achievement friendly if that matters to you. I bought it and gave it a try. I tested it against enemies spawned by the NPC Danger Zone mod. For a tactical nuclear weapon, I expected it to unleash unmatched destruction, but unfortunately it took repeated salvos to eliminate some targets. I decided to also try a similar free mod by the prolific modder Inquisitor Mods. Fatman is available on Creations and Nexus Mods. Fatman was the codename for the second of the 2 atomic weapon designs employed in the Second World War. The Fatman mod was interesting in that it offered a design that shoots in a straight line, or one that shoots in an arc, as one would see with an artillery shell. I had more success using the straight-shooting Fatman weapon against targets that were obscured by foliage. I took a look at the damage statistics for both the BombaTech and Fatman weapons, and they ranged from 280 to 350. Both had critical hit multipliers of 2.0. This explained why neither weapon wiped out some enemies despite direct hits. I kept the Fatman weapon in my arsenal, but if you want more devastating explosive effects, you'll probably want the BombaTech device. Next, use CopyCat to duplicate items. XTC Refugee has released another great mod that I am using regularly. It allows players to easily duplicate items. CopyCat Duplicator is available on Creations and Nexus Mods. It's really easy to use. Just build the device in a ship or outpost or other location that allows customization. Then walk up to the CopyCat interface and deposit 1 or more items. The output will be 2 copies of each deposited item. There are some caveats involving the ability to duplicate legendary effects. Basically, on console, you lose those legendary effects, but on PC, you can preserve them. I have already used this mod to duplicate apparel that I wanted a new NPC follower to wear. It was easier than remembering the right console commands. Thanks for another great mod, XTC Refugee. Next, Tranquility Base Museum pays homage to Apollo 11. Modder B. Herney released a cool POI that is worth trying if you play on PC. Tranquility Base Museum is available on Nexus Mods. This POI builds around the location where the Apollo 11 mission landed on the moon. It adds an abandoned museum with thoughtful elements to the Sea of Tranquility landing site. I love seeing how creative modders can be with enhancements to the base game. Great work, B. Herney. Next, unique resource containers. Modder Sergeant Splat created a set of new containers that might make your outpost resource chain management easier. Unique resource containers is available on Creations and Nexus Mods. The problem Sergeant Splat is solving is this. In vanilla Starfield, you can link containers to a transfer container. If you move resources from your ship to the transfer container, the items will only sort themselves by solid, liquid, or gas. In other words, in vanilla Starfield, there is no way to dump, say, beryllium and aluminum in the transfer container and have them sort themselves into separate containers for beryllium and aluminum. Unique resource containers solves this problem. Sergeant Splat created a single container type for each resource, and these containers only accept the specific resource. That means if you drop beryllium and aluminum into the transfer container, each resource will end up in the specific container for its type. This allows more efficient manufacturing and resource management. I tested a couple of these containers by mining beryllium and aluminum at a makeshift outpost, and then dumped the two resources into a transfer container. The resources sorted themselves as promised. If you want to know more, there are 2 videos by Sergeant Splat explaining his rationale and background. And last, recruit NPCs for outposts. Speaking of outposts, would you like settlers to show up at your sites and get to work? If yes, check out this mod. Bard's Outpost Recruitment Beacon is on Creations and Nexus Mods. This mod has been out for a while, but the 1.0 release just dropped. It worked well for me, although I found a bug with the antenna used to broadcast to potential settlers. Basically, there was no way to delete it, even if you remove the entire outpost. I expect it will be fixed at some point in the future. This mod is cool because once you set it up and let it run for a while, you will have settlers appearing at your outpost. Here in this video, I sat in a chair and waited, and once I stood up, I had some friendly new visitors to my makeshift outpost. Thank you to all modders featured in this video, and thank you to all my subscribers and channel members. Please consider subscribing to show YouTube that you enjoy positive and honest Starfield content. Special thanks to all channel members. I hope you are enjoying our private Discord channel. If you'd like to know more about membership, click the join button on the channel. There is no obligation. Anything you and YouTube gives goes back to this channel, whether it's to buy hard drives for capturing footage or acquiring creations to review. Thanks to your support, I made a $100 donation to the Make-A-Wish Foundation in the name of this channel as part of a recent workshop featuring Starfield modders. What have you been doing in Starfield? Your insights make this channel a place for positive and honest discussion of the game. In addition to videos, I also post to the community tab for this channel on a daily basis. If you subscribe, you will see these posts in your YouTube feed. Also check out our membership options. If you made it to this part of the video, please leave a comment with the phrase BLUEPRINTS. Also, remember to ring the bell icon and select all notifications. Check out my other videos, and please tell your friends about the channel. My name is Richard. I will see you in the Starfield.